the game, it was very entertaining. Entertaining football game. If you think about football, that's what you want it to come down to. You want it to be an entertainment. And I thought those guys, they got off to a hot start early. But if you think about our football team, and if you really look at it, this whole season, we play in games like this, where it's one score. I mean, do the math. Every game we've lost, it's been a one-score game. We won 3 of them, now we won 4 of them by one-score games. So we played in 9 one-score games. And I think, this is crazy to say, we're very comfortable there. We're not in the panic mode when it's not like we're winning by a lot of points. We just kind of keep fighting. And that's just kind of the DNA of the players. I talk to them about that all the time. It's just get it within the score, we're going to be okay. And just let the process take care of itself. And then the thing that I'm probably most proud of is I've earned their trust as a coach. They know that just keep battling. That's what you do. And that's what makes football so great. It's kind of ebb and flow of a game. And you just watch it unfold. And I think when you don't panic, you don't just go awry and start doing things, you got a chance. And to these guys' credit, they played 9 of them, one-score games. We only won 4, we lost 5. But it's something to build on because a lot of games are played that way. They're played tight. When you don't blink and you feel like if we get back in it, we got a shot, we can win it. And we've done that this year. That's kind of been who we are.
Coach, to piggyback off that, I mean, it's tough, like you're saying, when you're down, you're saying not do different things, but get away from the run game. And yet you stayed patient with it. Eno started getting bigger chunks. What were you seeing? I mean, Eno's probably saying, give me the ball.
Well, our problem early in the game, if you watch the first half, and I told them at halftime, I said, guys, we're getting negative yards in first and second down. We're a lot of 3rd and 8s, 3rd and 11s, 3rd and 12s, 3rd and 15s. We can't get enough plays generated. And the quarterback hurt us. Their quarterback, he's a marvelous football player. He left the pocket twice and makes some throws down the sideline on us, which is, he's made. That's just, you can't practice that. That's the unannounced play. You know? And, to their credit, I mean, they battled and they had a tough one last week up Washington State, and they came back to play in this game and played tough. And I told Coach he's doing a good job with his football team when the game was over. But I'm proud of these guys because the whole season's been that way for us. It's kind of been back and forth. We had a couple games where we blew some teams out, but it's been this kind of game for us. We don't panic. We just don't. That's not our DNA. And as long as you don't panic and you stay true to who you are, you're going to have a chance at the end. That's what I believe.
Coach, when did it flip the switch?
Probably midway through the 3rd quarter. Thought it, it flipped, and then all of a sudden we get a bad special teams play. We give them some positive yards. But I thought our guys all along just said, if we can just get it within a score, and I kept saying on the sidelines, just get it within a score. Just get it within a score. And I'd go visit with the offense, with the defense, and say, just get them the ball back, and we'll be okay. Big interception by Rashari. Can't say enough about that young guy. He made a bunch of plays today in pass coverage. And we couldn't score, but we kicked the field goal. We were just trying to get it within range where we knew it could be a one-score game, and we felt comfortable in that mode of playing football.
You mentioned earning the players' trust. How long of a process was that?
Well, I mean, when you first get hired, these players don't know who you are. I'm the guy off the television. There's a guy on TV. Manny came to the press conference. I coached Nikhil and Corral in the Under Armour game, but most of these kids, they know from the guy on television. And the coaches, I never coached anybody on the staff. And so you got to hire new coaches. You're bringing in a new defensive system. You've got some offensive guys that have been here, but it's about earning everybody's trust and understanding this is the way I'm going to do things. And I got to do it every day. I got to be consistent, and I think I've earned that from these guys.
Coach, was there a moment of confidence for you where you're like, yeah, we're down 19, 4th quarter, we'll be all right? Was there a moment for you?
Yeah, I mean, if you watch me, I ain't a panic kind of guy. I've been in too many of these games. It's a funny game. It's momentum and it's a play or two. And offensively, I just felt that early in the game, we were always behind the chains on third down. We were always third and long. And I told them at halftime, we can move the ball. We have to get more positive plays on first down. And we were able to do that. Then we hit some big pass plays. Manny played fantastic. And then we came up with some big pass plays, and all of a sudden you could see the energy get back in our football game. And then the defense made a couple plays and made a couple critical stops. You know, so everything kind of came together. And I just think it's the way you go about things when a game is being played as coaches. You know, you're teachers, and you're giving them hope. If we do this, this will happen. And lo and behold, we got it to the position to where we took the lead. And then it was a matter of, okay, now I'm getting nervous again, because I'm like, we missed a 2-point play. Okay, here we're trying to get. We knew they were trying to get into field goal range. We were able to make enough stops. We had to kick a long field goal, and we missed it right.
Coach, taking over the Sun Devil football program, what does it mean to keep the Territorial Cup?
Well, you know, this week I read up on it a whole bunch, but I had actually people that had played in it and coached him and talked to the team. Manny was the last one to talk to him last night about the cup, about the rivalry and what this meant. And it's been quite a rivalry, 119 years. That's a long, long time. And it kind of gets overlooked because of the teams back east or in the Midwest that have these, you know, bonded. When you talk about Michigan and Ohio State, whenever they play somebody, it's the rivalry and all that. I get all that. But this has been going on for a long time. And there's a lot of passionate fans. Can't say enough about our fan base. They're outstanding. I mean, our band was way up there in the nosebleed sections. I mean, you know, and at the end, I mean, our fan base kind of was, they took over the stadium, basically, because you could hear them. They were excited, and you know, and Arizona's fan base was great too. I mean, it's a great atmosphere. It really is. It's a great college atmosphere. And you got to give those guys credit. They battled. They really battled and took us right down to the wire.
What's it mean to do this on the road?
Good for us. We said we had to prove on the road. That's a big road win for us, especially in this game. They came down there 2 years ago. It didn't turn out real good on the road, right? And this is a tough venue to play in, and that's another big road game for us. And you know, you look at some of them going into USC, beating USC on the road. That's big too. And so we've got to get better. I mean, you look at our season. As I said, we played in 9 one-score games. 9 of them. That's a lot. That's not good for me, you know. These little old in life. I got 2 little ones there. You know, I want to see them. You know, your heart goes a little faster. But I'm pretty calm. I really am. I think you folks have watched me enough on the sideline right now. I'm pretty just matter of fact. I'm always looking for ways to try to motivate guys during the course of the possessions and say things and give them hope that we can just play in the game. And I'm proud of these guys. I really am. They have played really inspired football the whole year, and that's a credit to the players and the coaches.
And any thoughts on what went on before the game, the 2 fights?
Yeah, I heard there was some little shenanigans going on, and you know, that happens in these games, little shenanigans, and that's not part of it. And no one was hurt. I'm glad, and you know, that's not part of it. It shouldn't be, but the rivalry games, I get it. You know, it's just that won't happen again. I'm glad nothing came out of it. The guys played hard, and I think that's what the game was. A fantastic game to watch. I think if you're a fan, football fan, and you watch these guys play, it's made for television now. It's pretty good.
Now that you have the Territorial Cup in hand, overall, when you think on this season, would you consider it a success?
Oh, a success? I don't know about that. We didn't win the Pac-12. We had an opportunity to do that. We didn't win last week. I said that when I took this job, and I think a lot of you people looked at me like I didn't know what I was talking about. That's going to be our goal. It's a win the Pac-12 championship. We want to be in a position to do that every year. That's just me. And maybe that's lofty goals, but why do you do this stuff if that's not what you want to try to achieve? So I think for some people, they'll say, yeah, it was good. It was a good season. We got in the bowl, which is good for the kids. I'm happy. Not the bowl I'd like to play in, but it's a bowl, and we'll improve. But we got a long way to go. I think now the big thing for us is to get into recruiting mode, because we're leaving out. The whole coaching staff is out of here Sunday. I'm going to address the team Monday. Everybody else will be going on the road, and I leave Tuesday. We got some players to go get. That's our next message.
Coach, one more game to play with him, obviously, in the bowl game, but from a coach's perspective, what does it mean to get a win like this for Manny, a guy who's been through so much as the leader of this
For
program?
all the seniors, for the seniors that have been through this, that understand the rivalry for our fan base. I mean, it's just something for our fan base as well. That's where it kind of starts, and that's what makes college football so unique. That they're all rivalry games, and it goes down from generation to generation to generation, and kids talk about it, and their moms and grandpas and grandmas talk about it, and when you can win one, it's good. It's the first one I've been involved in, and it was a nice win. There's no doubt about that. 7 wins is okay. You let a few get away, though, and that's what we got to build on. We can't let those get away.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Coaches.